Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to do another declutter video, which you guys have been requesting so much lately, so hope you guys are excited about more declutter videos. I'm going to do a lot of them. I think I'm going to do at least 5 different ones. I like to have a small collection. Makeup collection. It just feels a lot better for me to have less makeup, so that is why I'm going through makeup and just getting rid of stuff. And most of the things that I'm getting rid of are not bad makeup, because if I don't like it at all, I just toss it or give it to someone else. But if I actually have kept it in a makeup collection, it's good, but I just can't keep everything that's good. Okay? I just can't do that. So hope you guys are excited about a new declutter video, and I think we can just go ahead and get started. So I think the drawer that we're going to start with is this one, because this is so full and I don't know really how to make this work, because I have powders, highlighters, and blushes in this one, and it's definitely way overfilled, and I definitely need to get rid of a ton of stuff in here. So I think we're going to start with this. So here you can see my collection of highlighters, and I love highlighters. I love highlighters. So I'm gonna first choose the ones that I absolutely love. They're my favorite highlighters and I love them. So I know I'm definitely keeping my Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter. This is definitely one of my all-time favorites. This is just the prettiest gold highlighter, so I'm keeping that one for sure. Then this one, this is a sad story. This is the only makeup product that I will keep that is broken so many times on me. I've bought this one over and over again and it always breaks. It's so annoying, but it's honestly like the best highlighters. Champagne Pop from Becca. Still to this day, this is my favorite highlighter. I'm keeping it no matter what. The next time I'm at a Sephora, I'm definitely going to buy a new one. And also the Makeup Forever No. 2 highlighter is also one of my all-time favorites. This one is my favorite highlighter as well. This is the Hard Candy Tiki. I feel like no one really talks about this highlighter, and I understand, like, when you swatch it, it does not really look that good. It doesn't really do that much at all. So if I would swatch it, I probably would not have bought it. But I totally recommend this highlighter, because once you get it on your skin, it just looks perfect. It's a perfect, beautiful, amazing highlighter. So I'm going to keep this one. Next time I'm in the States, next time I see Hard Candy, I'm buying a new one, because I've had this one for a couple of years. So I think that is like it for my favorite highlighter. So now I think we can go through the rest of them. So you can start in the Frontier. This is the Manicure Sisters, the Balm. I never reached for this one, never, but I want to keep it because I really actually like this. So it has a hair stuck to it. This is a really pretty product. So I'm going to keep it. Even though I don't reach for that often, I really love it. We have the Sleek Solstice palette. Oh my god, this was like my baby, period. But now I never ever reach for it. I don't know why. I just kind of forgot about it. But I'm going to keep it because it's really good, intense highlighter. Then we have this. This is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strip in Vegas Strip. This is a really pretty highlighter. Really pretty. Kind of reminds me of like the Laura Geller one and stuff like that. But this one I feel like is kind of drying up a little bit. It's kind of gotten hard and it's kind of hard to use, but I feel like it's just gotten a little bit old. So I'm just going to get rid of this one. I'm definitely going to repurchase it because it is one of my favorites, but I think this is just getting a little bit old. Then we have this one. This is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance highlighter and No. 1 highlighter. And to be real, I just kind of forgot about this one for a while. I just haven't used it that much, but it is a really pretty natural highlighter, as you can see. So I'm going to keep it. For sure, I'm going to keep it. Then we have some like cream and liquid highlighters. If you follow me on a regular basis, you might know I'm not the biggest fan of like cream highlighters, so I'm going to get rid of this. This is the NYX Bright Idea Illuminating Stick. Just doesn't do anything for me, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Then we have the Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid. I think if I had this in a little bit of a lighter shade, I would like it, but I have the color Medium Nude, and it's just a little bit too dark, and I just don't reach for it. It's beautiful. These are really beautiful, but they just don't get used in my collection. This one is my favorite liquid highlighter. This is Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. This is my absolute favorite liquid highlighter, so I'm keeping that one. I am also going to keep my Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in Sunlight, because these are freaking beautiful. Then we have this Lancome Blush Subtle Creme. No, I didn't like this. Then this one, this is the Zoeva Strobe Gels, and this is really pretty, but I just have not used it. I really don't reach for it. It's really pretty, but I just don't use it. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Then we have these powders. We have the Too Faced Love Light highlighters. This is in the color Ray of Light, and this one, if you follow me, you know that I was so disappointed in this one. I don't feel like it gave me anything. I'm gonna try to swatch it so you guys can actually see. That is just not really what I want. And being real, I don't think I'm gonna use this, but I'm just not ready to give up on this beautiful packaging. It's too beautiful. So I'm gonna keep it just because of the packaging. We have the Benefit Dandelion Twinkle. I really like this one for a really nice and natural highlighter, so I'm gonna keep this one. This is perfect for like a work and school day. I really like it. And then we have this one. This is the MAC Trolls highlighter and Glow Rida. So first of all, I can't use it on my channel because it's a limited edition product that you guys can get, and also it's just not my favorite. It's just not beaming enough. It's too much powder in it. I feel like it has some shine to it, but I feel like it just doesn't really show up. I can try to swatch it. It just doesn't do. Yeah, you can see it's not really doing anything. So this one I'm just gonna say goodbye to. And also the packaging is just the worst. Then we have the Becca Prosecco Pop and Amaretto Blush Duo. And I just think this packaging is so pretty. I wish that Becca always used this packaging for their highlighters. I just think it's so much prettier. I have to be real, I don't really like this highlighter too much. It's just a little bit too gold and dark, and I don't know, it's just not my favorite gold highlighter. And the blush is really pretty, so I'm gonna keep it a little bit longer because I really like the packaging. I don't really use the product that much, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it. Then we have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. I bought this because Jaclyn Hill said it was like the best natural highlighter. I don't know, it's nice, but I don't think it's the best natural highlighter that I've tried. I way prefer the Hard Candy Tiki one for a natural highlighter, but I'm gonna keep it because it was super expensive and it's quite nice. It's not my favorite, but I like it. Then we have the other Makeup Forever highlighter. This is the number 1. This is super pink and very intense. And honestly, I don't ever really reach for this one. I think I've used it once. I want to keep it, so I'm going to keep it. And then we have one NYX highlighter, and then we only have MAC ones left. And I don't even know why I still have this. I think I got rid of it in my last declutter. This is Ritualistic Illuminator from NYX. And you guys know, if you watch my other declutter videos, I don't like this. So now we only have the MAC highlighters left here. So I'm definitely keeping Soft and Gentle. That one is really pretty. And then I'm also definitely keeping Double Gleam. That one is really pretty as well. Very intense. Then we have these 3 left. And I think I'm going to keep this one. This is called Beaming Blush. This is really, really pretty, so I'm going to keep that. But these 2 other ones, I really just don't get any use out of. I know I won't use them really. Especially this one called Show Gold. It's just a little bit too much for me, and I know I won't ever use it on my cheeks. I'm going to get rid of Show Gold. I'm going to keep Soft Frost. I'm going to keep this a little bit longer because I think I want to keep this as an eyeshadow because I think that is going to be a really pretty lavender color. So here we have the highlighters that I'm going to keep, and here we have the highlighters that I'm going to get rid of. I feel like I actually fitted all of my powder highlighters, and this one I think I'm just going to keep with my blushes because I mostly just use the blush. And then I have to find a way to store like liquid and like these bigger ones, but we'll figure it out. So here we have my powder collection. These are my powders. So I think I'm just going to start with my absolute favorites, the ones that I know I'm not going to touch. They're going to be there. I love them. So first of all, we have the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This is my favorite powder ever. I love it so much. I'm definitely going to keep this powder. I'm also going to keep my Sensai Loose powder. This is my favorite baking powder, so this one I am for sure keeping. Same with the Cover FX Perfect Setting powder. This is also one of my absolute favorite baking powders, so I'm definitely keeping this one. And that is actually it for the powders that I love. Those 3 powders I absolutely adore. So now we're going to
go through the other ones. So this one is the Mayo Transparent Finish Silky Loose Powder, and this is actually a pretty good powder, but I just never ever reached for it, and I have just kept it because I thought if I use up one of my other baking powders, I can just have this one. If I know myself, I'm just gonna buy the powder that I love, so there's no point in having this because I know I just don't ever reach for it. So I'm gonna get rid of this one, even though it's pretty good. Gonna get rid of it. Then we have the new Velvetizer from Urban Decay, which I'm definitely not gonna get rid of. I definitely want to give this one a few more shots and try it out, and I actually did a full video using this one, testing it out on my face, mixing it in with my foundation, using it as a setting powder. So if you want to see that video, I will link it on the screen right now. But this powder I'm definitely keeping. Then we have this Lush Emotional Brilliance powder. And this one is a pretty good powder. Like, it's good for baking and like setting the under eye because it's such a light color. I can show you. So you can see it's a very light pink shade, and my problem with it is just it's a little bit too pink for me. I don't get enough use out of it. Then we have the Urban Decay Naked Foundation powder, and this is a really good foundation powder. I love it. I really, really like this powder. Has good coverage, and yeah, I like it a lot, so I'm keeping that one. And then we can move on to these powders. So the first one we have here is this MAC Studio Fix in Shivering White. It's actually just a white powder. To be honest with you guys, I haven't really tried this one too much, and when I have tried it, I wasn't the biggest fan because it is pure white. It's a white powder. But I feel like I haven't tried it enough, so I'm gonna try it a little bit more and see if I can get some use out of it. And then we have the new Urban Decay The Illuminizer Translucent Pressed Beauty Powder. This is really pretty, honestly. I think this is such a pretty powder, to be honest. Like, it's really, really pretty. But this happened with it, and you guys know if this happens with a powder, I just never end up using it. It's just, I never reach for it because it's too messy. But if it wasn't broke, I would actually keep this, and I really did like it. So I might buy this again. I don't know. I really did like it. Knowing myself, I'm not going to use it, so that's a bummer. Next powder we have here is the One Heck of a Blot Soap and Glory powder. And the only reason that I kept this is because I thought, you know, if I use up the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, I need to have a backup. I just never use it. I never use this backup powder. I think I'm just going to get rid of it because I have another backup powder that I like way more, and this is the Fit Me from Maybelline. This is the Matte and Poreless powder, and this is really nice powder. This one I really do like. I enjoy it a lot, and this is my other powder, so I'm going to keep this one. Then we have the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and honestly, never use it. Never ever reach for this powder, and it's not that good for oily skin. That's why I don't use it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I have this Jane Iredale foundation powder. Also never reach for it. Honestly, it's such an expensive powder, so I wish I liked it, and I wish I could get some use out of it. It has really, really good coverage, as you can see. I don't know, I just never reach for it. If I want to use a foundation powder, I just always reach for the Urban Decay one. So this one just did not get used enough for me. Then this is a really, really hard one. This is the Bourjois Healthy Balance powder. And first of all, it smells so good. It's such a smooth consistency, and I love the way it looks on my skin, but it just isn't mattifying enough. So for a long day, I can't use this, and then I would just not use it. I just have a hard time getting rid of it, but I truly never use it. I don't know, I might try it a few more times to see if I like it better. It's really hard to explain. I just really like this powder, but at the same time I don't. So I'm going to keep it for a little bit longer, and we'll see what I do in my next declutter video. Then we have this NYX No Filter powder. This is really similar to the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder, but I like this one better, so I'm going to keep the NYX No Filter powder. This is actually a really, really good powder. Then we have the Revlon Color Stay pressed powder, and this is a pretty nice powder, but I just found that I don't really like powders like with a color that much. I normally like just a translucent powder, and this one has like a color to it, so I feel like sometimes I can look a little bit orange with this powder. Oh my god, it's like the smoothest powder. I can sit and touch this all day. But knowing myself right, I'm not going to use it, so I'm actually going to get rid of this powder. Last but not least, we have the Laura Mercier powder, and I mentioned to you guys a few times that I don't really like this powder too much. I just have a hard time getting rid of it. I don't like it as a all-over setting powder. For me, it looks way too dry. I do not look good when I use this as a all-over setting powder. But sometimes as a baking powder, it actually looks pretty nice, but not often. So I don't know what to do with this. It's so freaking expensive and I have so much left. I really don't know. I think I'm actually gonna keep it, even though I never in a million years ever reach for it. Oh, this is hard. This is really, really hard. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. I honestly never use it. Bye. Yes! Oh my god, it fit perfectly. That's pretty good. So now I truly love all of my powders. That is really good. So that feels really nice. So saying goodbye to these powders.